Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Plan with me. This is Misty with Happy Planning with Misty, and I am going to be setting up another week in my basic Stalogy. So, how are you guys doing? Can you believe that it is before 9 o'clock and I'm in here filming for y'all? Yep. I have not done any updates on these pages, but I have wrote it down to where I can update. So let's see. It is Tuesday and it is the last day of September. Oh my word. Oh, it's just flying, y'all. I'll need to come in and mark my work days, my devotions. Let's see. So today is Tuesday. I have not done devotions yet, but I did them yesterday. But I have done AM medicine. I done medicine yesterday and PM medicine yesterday. And I didn't work, I think, Thursday. And I won't work anymore this month. And I'll have to get all my stuff together for October before too long. But this is my, for those who are new, my basic Stalogy is something I plan from memory, for the most part. I can update my tracker too. I've got that stuff wrote down. Yes, Thursday was the last work day, so I did write that down. I gotta catch up on my grateful for. So this was the last week that I laid out, and I used a Pookie Bear Cuties. And now we're going to do the next week in September, which is going to be the 8th. Yes, the 8th through the 13th. And I'm going to use this Forest Adventure. This is by Cinderella Paper. And this is a printable. So, she was running a sale, so this cost like $2. And I printed it, and we're going to go with it. I was talking to Marshall too. I'm not sure if we figured out all the ins and out of everything, but I know there's several people that would like to go with printables because they're cheaper, but they don't have a way of cutting them. And so I was talking to Marshall, since I have 2 silhouettes, if there was some way that whoever bought the kit and then could turn around and pay me like a $5 base just to cut it, because it, you know, when you buy a printable, it's all on the computer. So it could just be sent to me and I cut it and you just pay for me cutting it. I don't know if it would be worth it by the time we throw shipping and handling or whatever else has to go in there. But it was something me and Marshall were thinking about, because I hate for people not to have access to printables, because there is some very cute printables out there, and this is one of the examples. I think this is beautiful. And then here's our days of the week, our washi, and then our extra box. So then you have your basic functionals, you've got your decorative functionals, you've got your glitter headers. Man, Maybe I should have waited till after 9 before I started, because my mind's already foggy. But here, here's where you can use work labels, your Monday through Sunday trackers. This is a different kind of, you can use these to make lists or whatever. This is some extra boxes that she had available. And then here's some little things, and this is like your headers for things to do, buy, to go. Here's a few more functionals and a few icons with your weekend banner. So it's a very, to me, it's what all you would need for a kit. Let's see, I need to get a ruler. Let's see, I'm going to get scissors and have them off to the side. I don't think I need any more out of that one. I have a bag that I take to work and a bag that stays at home. But sometimes my supplies get shared and shifted. So it felt wonderful out on the porch this morning. I was so excited to get out there. So my head might get in here. And if it does, I'm sorry. I have not brushed my hair. I've just put it in a ponytail. So I think I'm going to divide my page in half. So let's try that. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half is your, if you're using a B6 Stalogy, 11 and a half is the halfway mark. For the page. Now the thing is, this, it's so thick it casts a shadow. Let me see if I can find my Erin Condren. This might work better. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. This don't cast as big of a shadow, and so it's hard to see where I need to draw my line with that other one. So there's the first one. But I went outside after I fixed my coffee and sat in the swing this morning. So I'm going to use one of these as a blotter page. And you know I can't do this, y'all, and talk. That's asking a bit much, especially before 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Let's put that there. Alright, so now let me look at the washi situation. But it was, or it is, it's still like 67 degrees outside, and that is the closest to fall feeling weather we've had. I think the high today is 88. But yeah, it has been very dry. If there's any rain, it's just like a pop-up shower, and it's just for a few minutes. The bottom will just drop out, but then as soon as it gets through doing its thing, the sun comes back out and just makes like a summer sauna out there. So okay, so then we're going to go back with this. Yesterday and so far today, I am not hurting. I was able to get 3 or 4 orders done yesterday. I was able to design and get it added to Etsy. I'll show you real quick. This is one of my new ones that I have just designed that is called Christmas Magic. So there's the full boxes, and there's the bottom washi. Ain't it so bright and jolly? I love it. Then here's your functional. Here's your Monday through Sunday work schedule, weekend banner, some more functional, and then your glitter headers and stuff that you need. But this is in the shop in this mini 7x9 kit. And on the Black Friday sale, it'll be 40% off. And I just used that same artwork to make the Erin Condren kit. So that is made. Now I just got to upload it to Etsy and stuff. Okay, so now I need tweezers. I need some date dots too. I've got a few date dots cut already. These are in my shop in all these different colors, so we'll see if any of these, let's see, let me pull this sheet. If any of these match up. Let's see, these headers are all different colors, so I might not need color ones. I might need, unless I do that tan. I want it to stand out because I want to be able to see my date. So we might go with this brown. Either that or white. I don't want it to blend in with the day. Okay, so we're going to have a this week right there. So let's start with Monday. And we're going to just put it in the middle right here. So how is your week going? I know it's just Tuesday, but sometimes Mondays can be a little on the stressful side. So I hope y'all are having a good week. And I hope things are going good. And you getting, oh no, I see what I done. Did y'all know what I was doing? Thankfully we are using removable sticker paper. Let me see. I think I can. Those are so long. I think I can do better with these shorter ones as far as controlling it. Let's move these back a page. So we're not doing the week in reverse. It's hard enough to do the week going forward. Okay, here we go. All right, that's better. Okay. So I have been, like I said, cutting orders. I got those done, and then I was feeling good enough to actually cook a decent meal last night, so I fried us some pork chops, and I done some scalloped potatoes and some turnip greens and cornbread, and it was oh so good. I'm glad that I felt good enough to stand up and do that. When I get through here, I've got to do a load of clothes. Let's see, what did I say? The 8th, I think. We need to start with Monday. So I need to do a load of clothes, and then I need to straighten up the kitchen. I done some straightening up last night after I got through cooking. But y'all, I hadn't cooked like that in quite some time. So by the time I got through cooking, I was give out. So I just wanted to sit down and relax. And me and Marshall, we've watched, have y'all ever watched the, Rizzoli and Isles? It is like a CSI type show. We've watched that series before, and we started it again. So we sat down and was watching that last night. And okay, so we got the date dots down. Now I need to do a this week box. And I think I'll just, let's see if I can cut it so it has a straight edge. And just put that right there, and then let me look in my reusable sticker book. I've got a this week. All right, so we got that. Now I would like, let's see, where are the glitter headers? This right here. All right. So yeah, we watched that. And then Maddie, she had been at my aunt's further up in Indiana. She went up there to stay this weekend because that actually had her closer to her boyfriend, David, who lives in Illinois. And so David's mom, David took a train, and Maddie and my aunt picked him up at the train station, and then he stayed for a couple of days And then she met his mom on up in Indiana Sunday night, because David, he's in his last year of school, high school. So he had to start school Monday morning, so he had to go back sooner than Maddie had to be at college. Their off day is Mondays. So that's when she usually, that, to me, that's nice, because that gives them the whole weekend and a day to get, you know, different things done as far as assignments. I cannot think of the word. I was like, I know there's a word that fits there that. Okay, so there's definitely going to be leftovers in this kit. And so I printed a second one of these pages so that I was sure there's going to be functional leftover. So I printed a second page so that I could list it, use it again. So let me get my decorative stuff out of the way. Okay, so on the this week, let's do some setting up. Let's do this dinners. And then I want that Monday through Sunday box on whatever page it's on. This here. And I can put our dinners there. Okay, and I can do another header. And then let's do a couple of trackers. Okay, and then since this is the only picture on this page, I think maybe let's try to get her, and we'll have this page used up. And I think she will just fit. Cute, 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 cute. Okay. Okay, so then let's go into Monday. So first off, I've got to work this Monday. So let's go ahead and pull a work sticker. And this is from 1:30 to 6:30. Okay. That first part of the day, I can definitely check off medication for Monday, because I had to take my shot, my Manjaro shot. And then my weekly vitamin D. And then it says that I changed the sheet. So let's see. We can pull one of these decorative. Change the sheets. And then I washed, let's see what our other, I didn't know if there was a laundry in here, because after I pulled the sheets off the bed, I went ahead and put them on to wash. And so I think I want this, and I think I want a let's do a glitter box. Let's do this. And then this, because I'm going to write laundry, and I'm going to put wash, dry, fold, and put away. And this does have a washing machine. So I can do and these icons are a little bigger, so we'll put it right there. Okay, let's see here. I had the laundry. I wanted the vitamins for when I took my medicine. And all these had cut lines, except it did not cut out this little pig. I don't know what happened with that. But it skipped out on that. Okay, so then Tuesday morning, I had to have Annie at the groomers at 9:15. So let me put, this was her first time there, and she done good. She is still definitely learning. We're still potty training for sure. And I've got this little grooming icon from, I think it's Simply Sweetly Crafty. I used to PR for them a long time ago. Okay, so let's do that. Let's bring in another divider. I had to work on orders. Let's see, before I got home though, I went and done some shopping. We have just recently gotten a new what is it called, Goodwill store, or like a thrift store type thing. And usually for us to have any kind of store like that, we have to go like 30-40 minutes away. But they've just opened up one in our town, and I wanted to see if I could find me some smocks and stuff for working at the pharmacy. So I went there. Let me see if I left enough room. I think I left enough room down here for a decorative box. So let's start with this I love camping, because it is so true. I love camping. And let's go ahead and throw in our big box here. Marshall had a doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock for blood work. Had nothing to do with the arm. So let's put, let's see, doctor. Let's put this stethoscope. Right in 2 p.m. And this is also payday. We cannot forget payday. That is a very happy, happy occasion. We'll do that there. Payday. Okay, so then let's see, let's go back with another decorative box. We'll go up at the top right here with it. Okay, and then let's see. Wednesday there wasn't a lot going on. I went and fed all the animals because it's hard for Marshall to do it, you know, with his arm in that sling type thing. And then it said I started working on orders. So put orders down here, and I'll put that little girl at her computer doing all that kind of stuff. And then we had church that afternoon, or that night. And I did some work in my planners. Put my little planning thing there, and then I'll put this down here for church. And then I think I'll do a glitter strip in between here. I might have to move that down just a smidgen. And I've got a church icon somewhere. I don't know that any of these will do for church. I guess I could use the clock and just put it as church time. We could go like that. So we're not forever and a day on this, because we're already 30 minutes into this video. Okay, so then Marshall had another doctor's appointment this day. But this day it was for his arm. And I've got just a little car for this one because we done a lot of running around. Because after we left the doctor's office, we come to his mom's house and went ahead and I cut her grass because the doctor's office is up above his mom's. So when we were coming back down, we were hitting places. So we done his mom's grass, we done come home and done our grass, and then I done a shower. So let's go back with this. And then I think I saw on these little doodles. Does this stand for Netflix? I don't know if it does, but we're going to use it as that because after I done that shower, I was give out after cutting all those 2 yards of grass. So then I got in the bed and I was doing some binge watching. So maybe that's what that stands for. So we're gonna go with that. Now my full box. I think I want this little squirrel. And let's do another one of these glitter headers because I've got the room and the space. Okay, then Friday and Saturday, maybe I'll do it on Saturday and Sunday. I think I'll do this. Oh, I thought they were all one picture. Still, I think I'll do it on Saturday and Sunday. We will put these two. They need to be right beside each other, so these might be. Well, they definitely won't be centered because I'm wanting them to be up against one another so they can complete this picture. So we'll do that. And do that. Okay, so there's Friday, and it's always busy on Friday. So we have trash that has to go out. It has to go out early. And also that was my work day. Let's see. I want bigger sticker, because that was a long day. That was from 8:30 to 6:30. And then that's my little alarm waking up girl. Okay, so we've got that date in. By the time I got home, I was wiped out. Those days, I love working, but I'm telling you, that's the same color. I don't want to go with that. We'll go with that color back up here on Saturday. These days, when they're this long, I am just no spring chicken no more, y'all. So I was just give out. Maybe that little sticker says enough. Give out. I got my shower and went to bed. Okay, then Saturday we did, I had dishes that I needed to do because I didn't get no housework done on Friday because it was all taken up with all kinds of stuff, work. I had laid out some hamburger meat, so we done some grilled hamburgers and put some barbecue sauce on them, and oh, they were so yummy. Grilled hamburgers. I should have got a bigger sticker because I write so big. And I don't think I've got a grill. I need to get me one because I do it often. I might just find me something that's just happy looking and use. Something happy. I got a vacuum cleaner sticker here, which we can use because I run the vacuum, but I have a Hoover, so that is not how I usually vacuum like that. I used to. And then we've got Sunday. Church. 9:45. And I also need to put down that I done a grocery, but it was somewhere quick. It was just down to the supermarket. I need just a small box because I got stuff for Sunday dinner. And I can use that. Okay. Church, and then we come home for lunch. Then we go back and we have an evening service that is at 5 o'clock. And then we come home. And we usually just have like a family time. So that don't say family time. Let me see if I've got like a, here's a TV. That'll work. And I can just write in. Okay, so much of this kit left over. I mean, I didn't even use the weekend banner. So, got this that I haven't even touched. This with one more little box left over. This stuff, this, several of these. Didn't use none of these, so that'd be great. That, didn't touch that page. And then I've got this one sticker here. And like I said, I printed this page again, so I've got plenty that I can use for another spread. So this is how it looks. This week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.